How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa Another. Yeah, I know I said I was gonna be back, and well, it's earlier than the last time. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Work has been piling up this summer. It's been incredibly tough for me to have any free time besides, you know, the regular stuff. But here we are. I've promised myself I would record today, and here we are. We're gonna fucking record. Last time, yeah, last time, yeah. That's pretty much what happened last time. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm sad. Kanata's dead. And so is Yamaguchi, but Kanata really fucking hurt me. But hey, we're here, and we have to investigate their deaths. We have to continue with this game. I'm curious because there are certain parts of this game that got my attention, and I just want to see what they're all about. So I'm really excited for the later chapters, but first we need to get past this one. So far, this chapter 3 has been pretty good, you know, considering chapter 3 syndrome's a thing. But I don't know, man. Something about this just stinks. The whole story, not like, I mean, the story is good, don't get me wrong. It's just like something about the whole setup of the killing game is like kinda weird. I think you guys know what I'm saying. But anyways, we're gonna continue. We're gonna go investigate what happened to my beloved Kanata and Ori. And my fifth favorite lawyer, Kakeru Yamaguchi, looking at you, Ace Attorney. But anyways, let's go! Still using the controller, by the way, so my microphone can be closer to me. Oh yeah, we ended here. Did we... Oh, right, I can't believe I'm gonna have to readjust myself to the fucking controller again. Give me just a second just to make sure. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. I like it. Okay. We've read this, right? Okay. What? Yeah. Yamaguchi's corpse stretches loosely on the floor of the library. Dude, this body discovery was so brutal. What the fuck? In contrast to his sloppy body, it was droopy. His pupils were loose and he felt empty. This is a man's death. I've seen it many times already, real people dying. Why does that exclamation mark still stand there? Yamaguchi, you were the one who we talked to just yesterday. There's no time to be sad. Even for Yamaguchi, we must find out who made him like this. I've decided to investigate Yamaguchi's body. I felt something hard and cold. According to the Monokuma file, it is said he was cut by something sharp. Indeed, there was a terrible wound that I could see with my eyes open. Yamaguchi's neck was completely cut from the back neck to the front, but it was surprising that it wasn't cut completely, but barely a piece of flesh was left attached. Ugh! Jesus, that's sadistic. What the fuck? I put up with the nausea that came up and looked at the wound. I've heard that the injured area is ravenously torn by something like a knife or tool that's usually rough, but in Yamaguchi's case it was cut neatly, as if it were cutting paper with a cutter knife. Ugh, I can't see anymore. So terrible. Poor Yamaguchi, spilling a lot of blood. Like Tomori. Huh? As my stomach was shaking inside, I suddenly felt uncomfortable. Surely, blood in the library is no joke. It ran from the corridor to the body of Yamaguchi, and was also protruding from Yamaguchi's body. Yamaguchi's neck doesn't bleed anymore. Looking at the Monokuma file, it said that there were no other visible traumas other than a neck wound. Then this tremendous amount of blood flows from the neck only. Yamaguchi's time of death is 840. From this wound, immediate death is certain, so even if the wound started bleeding from then, it has not yet even passed even an hour. But why is the blood no longer flowing out from his throat? When I recalled the words of Inori, who is no longer here, it seems that after the heart stops, blood circulation also stops. If so, in this case of immediate death, the blood should flow even less. But isn't it too early? In a similar case, when I investigated Tamori's corpse, there was a little blood coming out from her. However, in contrast, Yamaguchi's body looked very dry already. It's been less than an hour since blood is spilled, but the blood already dries up? That is weird. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Also, taking knowledge from Kanata. Fuck! Stop! I feel shitty already. Stop! I knew something was wrong, but there was no way to think about it anymore because there wasn't Inori or Kinjo who had a professional insight on these moments. Right! Kinjo is knocked the fuck out. I forgot about that. Inori can't speak to us anymore, but Kinjo's still alive. I should ask him if he wakes up. Alright. Let's just remind ourselves. Oh, this doesn't have sub. Okay, cool. Cool. Damn it! Yamaguchi and Inori were dead. I couldn't even say goodbye. Even so, we have to survive for them. Okay, let's do some research. There may be something in the bookshelf, so leave this place to me. Okay. Killing 2 people at the same time? How heinous is this person, this killer? Of course it's not me, don't doubt it! God damn it, Atori. What was the... Oh, there was a... God damn it. There was a... Okay. Oh, there we go. Found it. It's a huge blood trace from Yamaguchi's body to the library door. Was this all Yamaguchi's blood? There's something wrong with this. It's a terrible amount to look at, but I've seen a situation similar to this. It was dark back then, so I couldn't see well. Tamori shed such tremendous amount of blood and died. However, there is more blood from Yamaguchi's in terms of quantity, because this blood leads all the way to the corridor. There's also this. In Tamori's case, there were 2 wounds, one on the neck and the other on the stomach. And it was also discovered several hours after death, so it was already bleeding. Less than an hour after death. Oh, I skipped it, sorry. Not only that, the shape of the blood is also a little strange. This shape looks as if the body of Yamaguchi was brought into the library from the outside. He was dragged! I'll check this out for a bit. Huh? When I slightly lifted Yamaguchi's body and looked at the floor where he was lying down, I immediately felt a sense of discomfort. Sorry about my nose! It's the usual. If the corpse was brought from the outside, there should be no blood under Yamaguchi's corpse. But that's what I see here. Blood spots are also over Yamaguchi's body. Thanks to that, Yamaguchi's stomach and chest were wet with blood. The shape of the bleeding itself certainly feels like dragging the corpse to the floor from the outside. So there can be no blood left under the corpse like this. No, before that, if there is blood under the body, it means that there was blood here before Yamaguchi fell. Is that right though? However, Inori didn't really seem to have bled. Then this blood must be Yamaguchi's. I don't really know, but I noticed something strange about the situation with the blood seen in the library and Yamaguchi's body. I'll mark it down and discuss it with the others at the class trial. Huh. So, Inori... Okay, Kanata did not bleed. Yamaguchi obviously did. But he should still be bleeding, but he's not. And this blood could not... Huh. Okay. Huh? What is this blood spot? Right next to me is Yamaguchi, whose blood goes all around the library. It's not strange that there could be blood spots in the library following this idea, but this blood spot looked kind of different. Give me a second, guys. I need to wipe my nose really quickly. Much better. Let's go. This is the only one from Yamaguchi's corpse. This blood spot is... Hey, Maeda, what are you doing sitting on the floor? Oh, Kobashikawa, do you know where this blood stain comes from? Oh, right, that's where Kinjo fell. This is the place you found him? Well, when we entered the library, Yamaguchi was there, as you can see it, and Kinjo was lying in that position and unconscious. You didn't know because you didn't see Kinjo there. That's right, I heard that Kinjo was struck in the head and was bleeding, but you mean he spilled this much blood? You thought it was a joke? Tori had to disinfect and bandage him, so it's okay for now. But at first I thought he was really dead. Kinjo was lying in this position. And I can't imagine that Kinjo knocked down someone else's head in the back. When and how did the killer attack Kinjo to stun him? And if it's enough to make you bleed this much, why did they stop with only that? Yamaguchi and Inori were the only ones who were killed, even though there was an obvious malice behind it. The fact that a blackened can kill up to 2 people since it was added later as a rule, the criminal wouldn't know about this. If Kinjo wakes up, I should ask him. Okay. Oh, that's a different song. Oh, this is, yes! Oh, yes! I didn't mean to exit, but sure. Bam, bam, ba, da, na, na. Oh. Is it all the same? Okay, so we're done here. Alright, Akane, what's up?
Oh, Maida.
Tyra, what are you doing? Is there something in the hallway?
Ooh, well, that's not exactly right. The smell of blood still is there, and as I keep looking at the body, I just get sick of it.
Oh, that. Are you okay? You don't have to overdo it.
Oh no, everyone is working hard. I can be the exception. The class trial will start soon.
It's alright. Then why don't you answer a few questions for me, Tyra?
Oh, you want to ask me something?
Yes, when Kurokawa Uehara and I went to investigate the 3rd floor, would you like to tell me what happened on the 2nd floor at that time? Yes, she should know from this at least. Almost at the same time the BDAs rang. Kinjo fainted. It's full of holes that my own eyes didn't see.
Oh, okay, I can help in this. That's simple enough. But there's not much to tell. We like Maeda-kun were shaken when we found the body, and then we started investigating.
Okay.
I don't know if this had anything to do with the case, Maeda-kun, but there's something I was a little confused about. Is it okay to say it?
Sure, what's that?
Kanata-chan, you said you found her in the science lab, right? But I stopped by the science lab just before nighttime yesterday, too. However, that time the door was locked, too.
Huh? The door to the science lab was locked?
Yes, do you think it's related to the case?
It's true, the door didn't open even when we found Inori's body. It was blocked with something like a clasp. Even so, she said the door was already closed before nighttime began yesterday? I think I'll take it for reference. Thank you, Tyra.
Was I helpful? I'm glad then.
Oh, by the way, why did you go to the science lab just before nighttime yesterday?
Oh, that was because last night I did a bit of mincemeat in it. When I tried to use the scissors on my wrist.
Oh, were those scissors in the science lab?
Yes, I was insane back then yesterday, so I went to the science lab to pick up the scissors.
I understand. I get it now. Thanks, Tyra. Before nighttime yesterday, the science lab was already closed. What does that mean? I'll have to check it out. Okay, so... this is starting to sound really suspicious. It's very likely that Yamaguchi was actually killed here and dragged inside. By who, though? And I think that... oh, okay, hold up. I think I know. Kinjo was already inside the library, and to avoid, like, raising suspicion, the culprit probably knocked him out. That has to be it. As for the science lab, I still don't know. Uehara, is your body okay? Don't overdo it so much. No, it is not a deep wound, so I do not mind it. No, oh, do not mind it, okay. By the way, have you seen the cell phone? Cell phone? You mean Maki's cell phone that you found on the third floor? I thought you were keeping it. Yeah, I always kept it in my top pocket because I didn't know who would need it. But now I realize that the phone is gone. It disappeared? When was the last time you checked for the cell phone? It was at least until yesterday night until I recall having it. But after my fainting, it was gone. Then that means the killer probably took it. That is a sinister premonition, but I'd agree. However, the cell phone doesn't seem important right now, because first we have to investigate. I wonder where did that cell phone go? Yeah. Is there stuff here? Probably not, right? Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay, got it. Alright, let's just go to the third floor then.
Ba-bum-ba.
Oh my god. I inadvertently tried to walk towards the science lab, but I was surprised because the water from it was filling the corridor now. The water is still leaking from the science lab? It doesn't matter if I just go in, but from what my car warned me before she gave me something to be cautious of, I shouldn't step in this water. Oh, speaking of which.
Hey, incompetent, get out of the way quickly. You're obstructing the traffic.
Oh, my car, you came here, but this water.
Are you still talking? Would you get out of the way already?
Oh, but you said you shouldn't. You said we shouldn't touch the water a while ago. Why are you doing this? And if you are going there, wouldn't it be dangerous to enter there?
It's fine to enter now, so feel free to go in. I spoke to Monokuma earlier to put it away.
Put it away?
You'll know when you enter the science lab. Still, no one seems to be turning off the faucet. You guys really don't have a clue, do you? You don't even have Tsurugi Kinjo anymore.
Put what away? The faucet?
For the love of God, would you look directly with your own two eyes and think in your head at least? It would be nice if I could tell you everything, huh?
She kinda right though. Put the water away! There's no point in being so irritating. Well, since Mikaru said that it's safe to walk in the water, I should be confident now. Like Mikaru said, let's see what happened with my own eyes. I like the sound effect. But I don't want to enter the science lab again. I don't want to do it. Brace yourself. Ugh. Why? An object next to Inori's body. It's the Monokuma File 3-2 brought by that thing. Information about Inori should be written in it.
Oh. Why?
The victim is Kanata Inori. The estimated time of death is about 8:35. The body was found in the science lab. He was fucking electrocuted! Oh, I'm so killing the fucker who did this. The cause of death is electric shock. The body's internal organs have been burned through the wet body because of an electric current for a long time while being bound. Oh, what the fuck? Who is it? Who's the messed up fucker? Terrible. Not a drop of blood was shed, and yet this is the most terrible someone has done to a friend. Doing this to Inori, who is the smallest and weakest among us. The culprit behind this. It's fair to say that we are distressed to have to doubt another friend against our will, but at this very moment, the undeniable anger that I feel has risen against this perpetrator, who I don't know who they are yet. Yeah, me too. It is different from Yamaguchi. He was presumed to have been killed by his neck with one blow, but Inori's case was just a victim that was killed in front of our very own eyes. A few minutes ago, with a single wall in between the door of the science lab, I heard her scream. Her pain, her cries, her agony very clearly. I can't help but feel this anger, but it won't make any difference. Since it's just a Monokuma file that gives information, I'll have to make use of this. But this alone is not enough information. From what it can be deduced as of now is, the time of death was 8:35. She died 5 minutes earlier than Yamaguchi. Around that time, we couldn't open the science lab room. And we were just outside of the room. There's no problem with the time at least. God, that's disgusting, dude. That is awful. Whoever did this just skyrocketed to the bottom of my list. I don't even care who it is. But killing 2 people directly in 5 minutes? At that time, we were walking between the 2nd and 3rd floor, so if we go back and forth between the areas, you would definitely stand out. How could the killer murder 2 people with only 5 minutes for each? Yeah, Inori had been here for a while, hadn't she? This is one of the tables in the science lab, and the faucet, yeah, allows you to throw away medicines and wash your hands during experiments. But now water is pouring out of the faucet at maximum capacity and it's overflowing. Right, the reason why the science lab was flooded like this was because of the faucet. What a huge waste of water. But now it's not the time to think about this. I hurriedly turned the faucet and water stopped flowing. Well, there's no reason for the water to fill anything now. Also, this must have been done by the killer too, but what was the reason? The reason to make the science lab a sea of water. Yuki! Come on! Think! It was- Oh no! Don't tell me Kanata was there during the whole day! Wait, no, that can't be. We talked with her, didn't we? Did we, though? Oh, I would need to rewatch the episode. Because if she was here the whole day, and water was pouring out, it was just a matter of time. Oh my god, that's so... Oh, no. No, that's it. Whoever did this is gonna fucking die. I mean, yeah, this is the nature of the game, but like... There it is, yeah. Oh, this is... Yeah. I just realized something. I know exactly who the culprit is. Oh my god, dude. Oh, no way. I hope I'm wrong, dude. But I'm like 99% sure now I know who the culprit is. Deep in the water pool of the science lab, I saw something that I'd seen somewhere before. This was Maki's mobile phone? Probably. The cell phone that Uehara discovered on the first day when the third floor was open. I haven't seen any other phones, so Maki's would be the only one left. Why is the cell phone in this place? I looked up at the sides wondering, but as soon as I saw the screen, I noticed that this phone was not in normal condition. Wait, why is the screen like this? The phone screen was crumpled with a mixture of purple and pink. The clock was turned into a strange language rather than numbers. And the buttons weren't fit properly. To simply put it into word, it's broken. Yep. Well, it's only natural because it's underwater. I couldn't hide my disappointment, hoping that I might be able to fix this phone and get in touch with the outside world later on. No, right now the class trial should be the main priority. Anyway, does this mean that the mobile phone was used as some kind of a tool for the incident related to this case? Thinking that way, I fiddled with the phone a little more. I noticed a small alarm indicated at the top of the screen. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, the more I read, the more I'm convinced I know exactly who did this. They're gonna pay. The alarm was set to 8:30, but now it's already off. Who set the alarm? Besides, at 8:30, this was just before we tried to open the science lab door. As I ponder, it's very likely the phone was involved in the incident, because it was not only that, there was another tool attached to the phone's strap. A charger, yep. Or something similar to that. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this could be... The object connected to the cell phone strap was some... Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay. It's not a charger then. I've seen cartoons and movies. Oh. Yeah. I think it was also called the stun gun. Why are these dangerous objects at school? No, it seems like they were in the storage of the science lab, but... That's right, now I can understand what Makaru said. Probably because the stun gun was using its power into the water pit. If it entered in that state, there's a high chance that we would have gotten electrocuted. But now it seems that it's not working. That was also because Makaru told Monokuma to put it away. How? Monokuma would have gotten electrocuted too! Anyway, more importantly than that, is that this is far from the crime. This is far from the crime scene. According to the Monokuma file, Inori's death was caused by electrocution. So it's probably definitive that this was the most likely murder weapon? But what reason does it have to be connected to the phone strap? Also, that's not the only weird thing. If you think about this, if the weapon was a stun gun, it means that the killer struck Inori with this object. Nope. But then contradictions show up, such as a locked room scenario in the science lab and the crime that was done to Yamaguchi. I've already pictured everything that happened. Like, this case is super easy, but I hate it. No, there's nothing that would suggest that the killer can only attack directly to their victim. Maybe making the science lab out of water like this was to prepare an effective crime scene. Yeah, it was. If electricity goes on while you're immersed in the water, you're in a danger zone. The rest to figure out would be how the killer made the water to be energized and what method did they use. I'll have to speak about this with the others. I've already figured it out. I'm so sorry. I was seeing Inori's body sinking in the water. It seemed like she was in tears. We're investigating the bodies of some of our dead friends with no time to grieve. Or without investigation, the killer has to be identified. In order to survive the class trial, I must investigate. For now, I decided to look at the body of Inori based on what was written in the Monokuma file. Inori's body was so terrible that you couldn't see it with your eyes open, but for now, all of her clothes and skin were burnt. Her whole body was fixed with several layers of box tape, and her hands were tied with ropes and hung from the table. Inori, in this state of being unable to move, suffered terrible pain and died. That is so messed up, dude. I knew she was gonna die. I knew she was gonna probably be a victim, even though I know she was meant to be the killer of chapter 2 from what you guys told me. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if that was the case. I'm so glad they changed it. But I knew she was gonna die, but God, that's just cruel. Damn it. I continued to investigate while my swearings reached hollow ears. The tools that were used on Inori, I remember seeing box tapes and ropes in the art room. It seems for whatever the reason, the art room is a place related to the incident. Other than that, I can only think of the fact that the faucet where she's tied to is the same table, and there's many miscellaneous tools around us, but do they have anything to do with the case? The box tape was tightly attached in her shoulders, 5 layers. Even a strong adult man would make it impossible to tear it off with their own strength. And also, it must have been even harder for Inori, who was small in size, to move. Was there any reason to tie Inori to this extent? Just the killer's idea? Would that be it? Looking at it that way, Inori has always been in the infirmary after it was open. Maybe there's the clue in that place too.
You didn't follow me, did you? At least you listened. When you came in here, you know now. The reason why I told you not to touch the water and why this place became a pool of water.
Yeah, but Mikaro, I wanted to ask you something different from this.
Do you think I'll answer?
I'm serious here, I really have a question. It was when you were in the art room locker. You asked me to show you my hand as soon as you left the locker, right? Why did you do that?
I won't answer this. However, this is just simple safety. No matter what happens, the only thing that lives on is insurance. It is the minimal precaution that's needed.
Insurance?
The two of us aren't close enough to explain every phrase to you, am I right? Well, don't worry. The psycho cop won't be able to serve you this time, so you should have an insurance at least. When you guys feel so clueless that you got no other ways to go and in the verge of death. If this aspect shows up in the trial, then I'll show you my last trump card. So please make sure that doesn't happen.
Mikaro began to investigate Inori's body again, leaving only an empty silence in the end. It's the moment that she will no longer speak. At that time, Mikaro had to make sure to give her my right hand. I took a look at my right hand, but there wasn't anything there. Is there something only Mikaro knows? Okay. Oh yeah! There is something that I haven't fit into all this. But I'm guessing it's probably the same. Mikaro being in the locker. No, I can't fit it now. Maybe I'm wrong. But I can't! Like, it just decreases my certainty from 99.9% to 90%, so I'm still very confident that I know exactly who did this. What's this? A wooden stick-like object was floating in the water on the water-filled science lab floor. Oh, that's right! When the science lab's door did not open, it was because of this thing that Mikaro removed to open the door. When we found Inori's body, we had a hard time because the door of the science room could not be opened, but it seems that the killer used this object to block the door. When I picked it up and checked it up close, it was an ordinary wooden stick. It was very thick, so it would be natural if the sliding door was blocked with something like this. When I looked at the back of the door, I saw a space where a wooden board could fit in. If it is closed while standing behind the door, then the closed room scenario would naturally be completed. However, what was the reason for the killer to make a closed room? A reason to lock the room. I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, okay, so the reason to lock the room was that they would be able to commit both killings at the same time and think that they were very close to each other. My guess is that Kanata had been locked in this science lab for a... Ooh, sorry, the burps. It's been a while since I've had those. My guess is that Kanata had been in the science lab for a good while. Like a really good while. A whole day, actually. And nobody noticed. Either that or at least half a day. And then the killer set up the phone. Set up the phone with the, like, connected to the taser or the stun gun. And the alarm was set off to 8:30, so the water would begin getting electrocuted at that point. It took 5 minutes for her to die. I'm gonna fucking kill whoever did this. Alright, this is the... Where are we going? The art room. Hey Satsuki, what's up?
Hi, Yuki. The hallway is a water bath, and the art room is full of bloody lockers. Why is everything so bad?
Seems the culprit this time planned the crime by going from place to place.
That's a very intelligent killer. I wonder if Satsuki can win against such a mighty opponent. I'm a little worried.
I like Satsuki. Thank you for making this a little better. Huh? This plaster weapon, was it originally here? I thought it was against the plaster on the right. I don't come to the art room often, so I'm not sure about this. I don't know, it's probably just an illusion. The moment I tried to make that judgment and move my steps, I saw the red spot. Yep. The spear, is this blood? It wasn't very noticeable, but there was a circular red dot on the tip of the long blade. I picked up the spear and smelled that part. A faint but fishy smell. This is blood. Then the weapon that killed Yamaguchi was something long and sharp. If it's long, this might fit for the murder weapon. After using it to kill Yamaguchi, it was returned back to the same place where it was originally, but the location was different because the killer got mistaken? Maybe? Looking at the blood on it, it must be something related to the case somehow. But why is the blood so tiny sized and in a circular splatter? It was so tiny that I almost missed it. Did it make a small bounce from this? No, that would not have caused the blood to splatter in the first place. I don't think I can figure it out yet. I'm really glad this song is playing right now. Huh? I wonder if there might be something here too, and I inadvertently looked at the trash can and was surprised to find something. I thought it was a tissue paper, but looking closely, it looks like a type of cloth. I took the unidentified piece of cloth from the trash and opened it. Let's see. It's Kanata's lab coat! Are these clothes? No, it's not just clothes. This is no way. Yes, they were indeed blood soaked that it was difficult to recognize the original color, but the pure white color that looked at a glance reminded me that this was originally a white gown worn by doctors. This white coat is what Inori was wearing. When I think about it, Inori's body that I saw in the science lab was not wearing a white coat. To think I would find it in such an unexpected place. No, in fact, it may not be so unexpected. The place where the corpses were found are the science lab and the library, but the art room is pretty close to the area of the incident. The locker where Makaru was found is the same, this white coat. It seems the blood from the coat has been there for some time, since it didn't feel wet at all. Okay, with the introduction of new evidence, this adds a little few wrinkles to my idea, but I'm still like 100, no, not 100, but still 90% sure I know who it is. I'm gonna keep pounding on this idea. I'm very certain that I know who did this. The question is, where did the killer use this white coat? For starters, Inori didn't seem to have any bleeding, so maybe it was used while killing Yamaguchi? No, it can't be. Sorry guys, I woke up like an hour ago. It's too dry to be from Yamaguchi's blood. Well, an hour and a half at this point, but still. Thought it would be an important clue, so I was able to make a new discovery while investigating every corner of the white coat. In the pocket of the white coat, I found out a crumpled plastic wrap, but when I opened it carefully, I could see that it was bloodstained. The locker, library floor, white coat, and this. There's too many blood-related clues. What even happened here? Also, when I took a look closely, the plastic wrap had a small round hole in the middle, but the meaning was unknown. I guess I'll have to talk about it in the trial. It's possible that it was used to prevent blood, but wrapping a plastic for the sake of that, would it have anything to do with the clues we found? I see. Okay, so I don't know the full specifics now, but I still do know who did this, I'm pretty sure. It's a locker that contained miscellaneous art tools, but now the inside is covered with blood in a terrible condition. Makaru was bound like this in this bloody locker. At the time, Makaru's arms and legs were tied with tape and her mouth was taped as well. She was locked from the outside and hit the door of the locker from the inside to try to get out. And the result was the rumbling sound that echoed in the second floor. And the killer did all of this, right? Apparently the culprit trapped her here for some reason. Otherwise, if you did all of this to yourself, it would only create more suspicion. Not only Makaru, the attack on Uehara and Kinjo must have their reason as well. But the bigger issue is it's this bloody locker. Think about it, Yamaguchi or Inari's body doesn't seem to be related to the art room. However, what does the blood in the locker suggest? No matter who's it from, it's pretty difficult not to miss it. The blood is also dried up. Inori didn't seem to have any bleeding, Yamaguchi instead had too much bleeding. But he died not too long ago, and Makaru was also tied here, but she was not bleeding. If that's the case, it could be Kinjo's blood. It's my only guess, but Kinjo got hit in his head. If this amount comes from his head, wouldn't he have died? This blood's identity is troublesome in more ways than one. I have no choice but to discuss it at the class trial. Yep. That adds a new layer of certainty to me. All right, the art room has been investigated. Now we have to go to the. Wait, did I miss something? I've already investigated all the spots here. Yeah. Now I have to investigate the infirmary. Wait. Oh, we're back to box 15. I just realized. Oh, hi. Kurokawa, you came down to the first floor. Did you figure out something? Kurokawa? Originally, Kurokawa was always to come out without a word, but now it looks like she's cautious. Is it because of the mood? I don't think she's open to talk for now, so I decided to leave it alone. Let's continue investigating. Alright, fair. That's actually fair. The infirmary. There's Kinjo. What's here? The refrigerator is a place to store transfusion packs individually stored for each blood type. Not again, bro. Not again. Not another Ifumi, please. I was surprised when I opened the refrigerator. Huh? No way, we don't have any transfusion packs. There are no more than 20 transfusion packs left the last time I saw them. Who used a transfusion pack recently? No, where would you even use a blood transfusion pack? Let's think for a moment. When did the packs disappear? I recall them being served properly until at least yesterday. And that leaves... Was it the killer's doing? Even if the culprit is the one, why did they need to take a transfusion pack? Did they even need fresh blood? Oh, I am putting two and two together. Wait, is that everything? I should have checked Kinjo. I think we're almost done by now. But the culprit is still a mystery, damn it. Not for me! I'm certain I know who it is. Maybe more investigation is required. Monokuma hasn't called yet, so let's continue. Kinjo! What's up? Kinjo, you're awake! Maeda. Are you okay? What about your bandages? It wasn't a thin wound from what I've heard. No, it's not the time to bother about that. Maeda, did a murder happen? Yeah, just a little while ago. The class trial will begin soon. Kinjo, I'm glad you woke up. I'm sorry, but I don't have time to relax. I have to see the scene of the case before the trial starts. Maeda, did you do some research? Do you know where the scene is? Yes, you should start with the library, science lab, the art room, and the infirmary. Okay, thanks. Kinjo, wait a minute! What's wrong? I'm sorry, but like I said before, I don't have much time right now. If I go to the trial without knowing the what of the case, it's over. I'll talk to you later. What I'm trying to ask you right now is related to investigation. It's okay if it's simple, right? So please answer me. How the hell did you pass out? I saw bloody Yamaguchi. Huh? I saw blood coming from the library, so I went to investigate. Yamaguchi was collapsed on the floor in blood. No matter how much I see corpses, I couldn't hide my surprise. Taking that little pause as was their chance. Someone attacked me from behind. I don't have any memories after that. Wait, you're talking about yesterday at nighttime, right? Yeah. Ooh, okay. Okay. This changes things a little. Now I'm not so certain. Now it changed to 60. It changed to 60. I'm very certain. I'm confident somewhat that it's still that person, but now it's kind of weird. What I mean is Yamaguchi was lying on the floor all bloody since yesterday at night. Correct. If you walk around the scene right away, you'll notice it. So Yamaguchi, he's dead, right? Yeah. Not only Yamaguchi, Inori also died. What? Inori too? The culprit in this case is not a simple person. They're a heinous mind that killed 2 people in a single day. This damned asshole. I'll definitely catch this being and punish them. You should go and do some more research for that too. So I'll leave now, Maeda. This is actually good though. Kinjo managed to wake up. Will he be okay? Time is already... Oh right, and what Kinjo said was somewhat weird. Kinjo mentioned that he saw Yamaguchi collapsed. But Yamaguchi's time of death is around morning hours. So he wasn't conscious until the killer showed up again? Bloodied and abandoned until the morning after. No, miracles like Tomori don't happen twice. Still, what Kinjo has said would be a clue to something, so it's good to put that into notice. The more I investigate something, the more the mystery seems to get deeper. Oh! Oh, we're done! This episode's gonna be short. Oh man, I could have recorded this last time and split the episode in 2. Ah, well.
Hey, you guys! I'm sorry that you had to work so hard in your research. However, Mr. Monokuma here is impatient. So why don't we just solve this together? That said, the class trial will now begin. Please gather up at the red carpet door on the first floor as usual. What kind of results will be waiting for us in this trial? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it thrilling? I'll be waiting.
Time's up, but what about Kinjo? He just started investigating, but now they're already gathering. It was a big misfortune that he was lying down because he passed out. Even without Kinjo's help, we'll have to work together. Even if I think about it, I haven't figured out the crime scene properly yet. Damn it! This won't make a difference if I just stay here. If I'm late, I'll get punished. Let's just go. There they are. Upon entering the entrance to the court, most of the guys were already gathered.
Maeda-kun, you're here.
Are you the last one? Did Kinjo never manage to open his eyes? Huh? What do you mean? Kinjo isn't here?
What are you talking about? Did Kinjo wake up?
I met up with Kinjo just before I got here.
Is that true? Thank goodness Kinjo woke up. But I can't see him.
It's a matter of language to not have a class trial without properly investigating in his own personality. However, it's time for the meeting, but he is late because he wants to investigate as much as possible, isn't that so? That's so like Kinjo indeed.
No way, but what if Kinjo is the culprit in this case? What is this nonsense deja vu again?
Teruya, are you just saying that because they're late? Think about it and tell me.
Why not? It could happen, right? What? Kinjo can be the culprit? Wouldn't it be more fun then? Psycho Cop finally goes to murder with their own hands.
Mekaru agrees with my opinion for once, so it wouldn't be strange if the universe explodes.
Strangely, it's more scary when Mekaru says it. What do you enjoy so much about this, Mekaru? Did you forget? In the class trial, you could die. I had hoped that you would change at least a little, but you're still the same as ever. Because I know the killer and the trick even before going to the trial. All that's left is watch you shovel their grave, right? Huh? You already know who the killer is?
Who is it?
Why should I tell you? Idiots. Don't worry, I'll watch you shoveling and struggling. I'm not sure if I should say this, but this is the first time I ever thought about wanting to hit a woman this much. By the way, where's Kinjo?
He's late. Uh-oh.
Alright! Have you all gathered? Good then, let's get started. As always, just take the elevator to go down. The trial's design has been remodeled, so look forward to it. But Kinjo's not here. Huh? Kinjo's not here? Kinjo-kun was given a special time bonus due to his fainting condition. Well, awfully generous of you. Here's what I want to say. Okay, fine. Here's what I want to say, but since he woke up and started investigating the case, it's presumed that they're going to participate in the class trial. So this is my mistake. He won't get punished, but I'll bring him shortly. And supersonic speed. There he is. Hey, what kind of supersonic speed is this? No, it's just that when I was about to search for him, he was already at the door. Kinjo-kun sure is obedient. You came and I didn't even need to call you. Shut up and disappear before my eyes already. Kinjo, are you okay? Well, I did as much investigation as possible. Compared to the previous cases, the amount of information is extremely insufficient, but... No, I asked if you were okay since you got hurt. Oh, you mean my body? Well, it's fine. I have experienced this much injuries. Once or twice with the snatcher. Hey, it's been a long time, hasn't it, Kinjo? I didn't expect to see you bleeding and fainting. I think you're forgetting something. I'm a human being too, so I got caught off guard. Why did you get a little fed up with us, Kinjo? So clearly, last time you left the dining room, I thought you were breaking our bond or something like that. Of course I didn't. That still hasn't changed. But in the additional situation of the class trial, your charges of being preliminary criminals are revoked for the time being. The criminal analogy is that the more manpower there is, the better. And because a murder has occurred, the rest of the criminals, other than the criminal of the census, are simply ordinary citizens in this scenario. Kabashi Kawa is making a list of swearing words to give a double comeback to Kinjo once he woke up. What? Hey, I never did that! Do whatever you like. This is a temporary truce anyways. After this trial, you'll become a preliminary criminal once more. Of course, Akane Taira is an exception. I'm always thinking of you as a semi-criminal. One that committed attempted murder. So don't even think you're innocent in the least. Ah, the crazy guy started having seizures again. Taira, don't bother with what that waste of a man says. When Maki died, we were thoroughly fighting with each other. It is a difficult class trial ever if we have to work together. Something gave me an odd feeling like this would be an even harder trial than any other I've ever faced. That's enough talking. Anyways, we're starting the trial, right? Let's get on with it already. Indeed, the first thing we must do now is solve what's in front of us. It's not good for everyone to be on edge this early. Yeah, Mekaru and Uehara are right. If we do not pass the class trial first, we will all die. Relationships with the others, conflicts with Kinjo, there are many problems ahead. I want to solve them, but first the biggest one. Let's begin our class trial. If we don't take care of it, nothing will change in the end. I am fairly certain I know who it is. Fairly certain I know who it is. The blood pack's missing, the phone, the alarm, Yamaguchi being dead since last night. I think it all adds up. Yeah, I think I know exactly who it is. Let's fuck with them. Ugh, coming here again and again. Now just smelling this place seems more disgusting. Damn it! Killing two people at once? This is the worst! It's the worst feeling ever! I was insane for the most part after Ayame-chan was executed, so I couldn't talk much to those two. I'm so sorry, Kanata-chan. Really sorry, Yamaguchi-kun. Oh, Kane! I investigated as much as I could. The only thing left to do is deduct the results from yours. Fair? No way! I think the number of people is a bit shorter. Yeah? No? Oh, well, the only thing left to do is this, right? When did we all start disappearing like this? Oh, no, Satsuki! There's something dangerous about this case, and it seems like it'll be a more complex trial than before. Be on your guard. What now? Go down there already. Oh, excuse me for wanting to talk to you, bitch! Bitch! Anyway. Now let's go down. I'll open the door. Like always, the elevator was making a loud noise and goes underground. The inside of the elevator was filled with 9 people left. Oh my god. We've already lost 7! Wait, was it 7? No way. Hold up. No, we've already lost 6 because we start... I'm used to DR2 and 16 people.
Also used to V3. Well, any game after Danganronpa 1 has 16 from right off the bat. So we already lost 6 people. Yep. It was so quiet during this time. There's also fewer people now. Is it because the relationship between us is worsened than from the first and second trials? Me in particular, I try not to make eye contact with some of them, such as Kinjo or Mikaru. I wonder if we will really be able to survive this time. There we go. The elevator stopped with a shake that we seem to be getting used to by now. Here we are, guys.
Whoa, this is a surprise. Why are you in front of me, bear thing? Didn't you learn in kindergarten to think about the people who get off an elevator?
Monokuma has been doing this once or twice already, though. It's hard to react anymore.
Huh? Why is he not saying anything? Has he been turned off? Why is Monokuma like this?
I guess it's a new act. Hey, how long are you planning on doing that? We have to do a class trial. Are we going to move? Something seems different than usual here. Kurokawa, touching that thing wouldn't do anything good.
Huh? What's wrong, Mikako-chan?
Kurokawa was suddenly stunned. At first she thought Monokuma was pulling a prank, but she noticed that the mood was different than usual. And then...
Hiya! Ah, I'm alive! I live! You thought I was dead!
When Kurokawa touched it, Monokuma suddenly began to make a loud noise. What the hell are you doing? Are you kidding around?
Don't do that again! All of a sudden my rack was stuck. I was surprised too.
Rack?
No big deal. Did you all come down here in the meantime? Well done. Then shall we start right away?
It looks like you're trying to rush something here.
By the way, wasn't Kurokawa's scream cute? Let's just move on.
Oh, Satsuki. Oh my god.
Alright, it's time for what everyone's been waiting for. The class trial is back. Well, I of course knew this would happen. Nobody waited for this. Whatevs, even if not for you, there's another person who was waiting for this.
Don't call me out like that. I wasn't waiting. I didn't want Kanata to die. Fuck you.
Anyway, this will be the third class trial. Your own relationships, who I've been paying attention to the trends of the nerds, seems to be in a state of lockdown, as if it were breaking.
Shut up, I don't care about that. Don't bring stupid stuff and start already.
Oh boy, tough attitude, I see. I was gonna start anyways. Now then, shall we go with no more words? An extreme trial! The class trial that crosses beyond life and death.
The third one. The moment Monokuma said that, I suddenly felt disoriented. Even when you think that 2 victims and 2 culprits died, 4 friends were already gone. In addition to the victims of this incident, and we have the victims of this incident, so a total of 6 friends have left our group. One of the victims this time was Inori. Ultra Despair Girls music. After the infirmary was opened, she didn't know when someone would get hurt, so she spent most of her days in that room. A child with the most angelic heart I've known, who worried about us, our health, our happiness. Yep. Just another iteration of an angel that had to die. Yes, this game says, fuck you to your happiness. Inori was that kind of person, through and through. The reason she died was because her body became a block of charcoal. Her whole body was tied and unable to move. Someone who has done such a terrible thing is among us. They also killed Yamaguchi and committed ruthless acts. The culprit, although Yamaguchi was timid and behaved inappropriately due to his size, at important times he mediated the situation like a lawyer should, and we laughed together. But then he was killed with a neck wound so severe that it was nearly amputated in cold blood. Yamaguchi was no longer with us. This music oddly fits a class trial. A trial to uncover the killer begins now. A trial in order to live. A lie in order to live. A betrayal in order to live. That's so many red people! Elaborating their will to live. And these were all characters I liked. Hanata, Ayame, Maki.
Elaborating their will to live for an excuse to kill. Using trust as the risk of life. Risking our lives in this class trial.
Oh yeah! That's a sick beat! But this is where we're gonna end up off today. Woo! Next episodes are gonna be the class trial, so be on the lookout for that. Also, I do have an episode of Zero Escape that is like awaiting release still, but don't worry, it's gonna come out before this one. At the time that this video goes live, I've probably already have recorded the class trial, and that episode of Zero Escape has gone live probably. Anyways, folks, I'm looking forward to exposing the piece of shit who did this. And yeah, for now, that's all. Thank you all for watching. If you liked today's episode, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new to the channel. If you want to be notified of future uploads like this one, hit the little bell, you know what to do. Also, if you want to join my Discord server or follow me on my Twitch for more constant updates, link will be in the description below. Guys, I believe that's all. Stay safe, and until next time, peace!